It's a day of astonishing revelations and takedowns. The business with Humza Yusuf, and now the Spanish Prime Minister, or rather his wife, the allegations against her, the rumour muck spreading, and now Gerard Depardieu has been taken into custody in France on historical allegations of sexual abuse, and he was summoned to Paris today for questioning this morning. And there are two separate allegations that he is facing. He's somebody who has been surrounded by allegations for some years, and so perhaps it's not at all surprising that these issues have come to a head now. There was the story of Charlotte Arnold and Hélène Darah, but there are allegations made by apparently more than a dozen women over a period of time, and who knows if there may be even more. It's a great shame because he is a very fine actor, a very visible image of European cinema, but it appears he has feet of clay. And I particularly remember his performance with Robert De Niro in 1900, a staggeringly brilliant film by Bertolucci, and which I'm afraid, frankly, eclipses the reworking of Dune, which is well worth seeing, by the way, but it pales in significance to the Lynch film, and I think its sense of epic grandeur is compromised by the stuff of the past, and it doesn't quite come up to the standards that it sets itself. Chalamet is spectacular throughout, and he holds both part one and part two together. But the sort of moody photography, which makes you peer at the screen all the time, doesn't work in its favour. And frankly, the worms are insignificant. They just look like a dust trail. I remember the Lynch film, and I remember the worms in the Lynch film, and though there was some really awful process photography, the scope and the spectacle was significantly better. And in fact, the television films of Dune had a grandeur which this film lacks, and of course set against something like 1900. These films are limp contenders, and don't really get there at all. If this is the greatest we can offer in epic entertainment today, we are not doing our homework, and we are not looking at that visual language of the past. That visual language of the past where colour and sheer numbers resonated across this incredibly wide screen. And the Dune decision to play down colour, even with sections of the film in black and white, is frankly, I think, a mistake, because it doesn't have the grandeur that it needs. It is perfectly possible to do grandeur in black and white. You can think of Schindler's List. You can think of the original production of Ben-Hur, or even Phantom of the Opera. But this is not that. And there are one or two scenes which suggest that epic grandeur, like, for example, that sort of Nazi scene of the parade, also in black and white, is stunning. And there's a few moments where Chalamet is addressing the Fremen, and again you get that sense of scope, but it's moments, and the grandeur is lacking. The grandeur is absent.